Alright, welcome guys. Today's video finds us kind of on the outskirts of Bangkok. We're over here near Pak Kret. We're in Nonthaburi. And I'm right here on a canal bank, and it's kind of a cool area. It's got a lot of recent development. There's a lot of new houses and stuff. But years ago, it was nothing but rice paddies around here. You can still see a few of the rice paddies, but there's all kinds of new subdivisions and everything that's going in. Anyway, we're over here and we're going to check out an old Ayutthaya style temple, and it's one of the coolest looking as far as from it's got a different look than most of these buildings that I look at. We're going to look at an Ayutthaya style ordination hall, and we're going to look around this temple. It has kind of a cool looking bell tower and another place where the monks do their thing, and it also has a like a Buddha footprint that's copied from the one in Saraburi. And I believe the Buddha footprint goes back to 1774, something like that. So we're going to look at Wat Pak Kret, and it used to be called Wat Sanam Kai, I believe. And it's right here on the canal. And it was Ayutthaya style, and it was abandoned until after the fall of Ayutthaya until 1822. And then the Mon residents came and they settled in this region, and this kind of became like a center of the Mon community right here on the banks of the Chao Phraya River. So they came, they settled it, and they opened the temple back up. And the temple has been renovated, and it's was in bad shape. And then the old ordination hall was in really bad shape. So they renovated it completely. They had to settle up the base, and then they put these brown tiles on the outside. So we'll look around here really quick. We'll go to the ordination hall, then we'll go see the thing that the monks have in the wooden house, and then we'll go look at the Buddha footprint. So let's see what we see. So here's the local canal. They actually have a place here that they've built with some awnings so people can sit here and if they're waiting on the boats, but it's a little underwater right now, so they have some seats and stuff. We can just see the canal, and people come over here, feed the fish, just like this lady's doing. It's a popular thing. But there's all kinds of stuff. You can see little boats and all of that go up the canal. It's kind of a cool little area. You can see they do have an actual walkway that you could walk along when the water level is down. And over that way, there actually is a new temple that has an interesting chetty that is still named Wat Sanam Kai, but I think it's only maybe 100 years old or so. So here is the whole temple grounds. This big building has the Buddha footprint. That's the monk quarters. There's the bell tower, and then this little tiny building right here that has the doors open. We'll look at that second. That has where the monks do some stuff, and has a couple cool looking Buddha images. So this is why I came right here. This is the old ordination hall. And they recently renovated this. And it's got some Mon styling on the front, and then you can see how it looks. It looks different than any I've ever seen. But it was in really bad shape. The cement was completely cracked, and it was flooded. It's been flooded many times. So it has these two bell-shaped chetties right here when you first come in, and then it has a couple small little chetties that people that were important to the temple have built, and they're kind of interesting. But the two chetties here, you can see it has the little porcelain bowls up there on the bottom of the spire, and then it comes down here into this bell-shaped. And then here is the ordination hall, and you can see definitely it's Ayutthaya style. It has the front porch and the back porch, and it's the sloped, and it's quite nice. I really like these old buildings. And the decorations and stuff, you know, has the lions holding up the little three-tiered umbrella, and that's supposed to be, I think it's supposed to be like in the middle there is supposed to be like the Buddha preachings and like a book. I think that's what the symbols are. But here you have the ordination hall. Here's the little stones, the Buddha, and it looks like they had to come in, they had to drill down and shore the whole foundation up of this building. But they, when they did it, you know, this would have been white originally, and I've seen some pictures where the concrete, you can actually see right there at the top where the concrete is just really cracked and falling apart. So they had to come in and re-shore this up completely. and it has settled. You can see in the back where it's quite a bit lower than right here in the front. So let's look inside. Now this Buddha in here has a story that goes back to King Rama II. All right, so here is this little ordination hall. So this is the guy that takes care of the place, and he was telling me a little bit about this temple and some others. So here is the inside. And they have a picture here of King Rama II. And what's important about this temple is, and this Buddha right here specifically, is they say King Rama II, when he was the crown prince, that he sculpted this Buddha himself. So it would be around the 1800s, the early 1800s. So the Thais come here and they pray. Now they had to come in here and they put this marble, and when they renovated it to keep it somewhat new. And all these window shutters and everything are new. So in the old days, this would have been white walls. You can still see the same ceiling in here, the same styling. So it would have been white walls, probably some murals, and then the outside would have been white with the red ceiling. So they've completely changed it up, and it looks different than what you'll see. Okay, so that was enough inside there. There's not a whole lot to see with them putting that marble stuff, but you can see the front porch and then the back porch. And then you can kind of see how that concrete's deteriorated right there at the top of the beam. Now this does flood. You can see down here, here's the flood marks of the last flood. And when they renovated it, it was all full of water the last time. And you can see the outside gate and all around here. So let's go look at the place where the monks do their thing. Now when Rama II built that, or sculpted that Buddha, the original Buddha, they moved over here, and this is this wooden building right next to the bell tower. So that's kind of cool. It's all made out of that teak wood, and there's the bell. And so in the old days, the monks would climb up there and they would ring the bell or bang the drum to tell the locals what time it was. And then you can see the wooden monk quarters and all of that all around here. So the original Buddha that was in that old ordination hall that we just looked at has been moved over here. And the guy didn't know exactly how old the Buddha is, but he thinks it's probably around 500 years old. So they have this cool wooden building here. And the monks, like the head monk right here will stay, the head abbot, and then they have the other monk quarters all around. And then they have a building over here that they'll do for funerals and stuff like that. So this over here is the original Buddha from this temple. And they have this made out of the wood, so people will come up here and they'll pray to the Buddha, and they'll burn the candles and the joss sticks and all of that. And then a picture of King Rama IX. But here is the original Buddha. So you can see the styling of it. Yeah, it's quite cool. And then they have some smaller ones all around. And they have the amulets and everything. Yeah, this is really nice. And there's quite a bit going on here. So you see they got the paintings and the carvings. And then this is a picture of the princess. And she actually came here. This is the oldest daughter of King Rama IX. And then all the other stuff. All right, let's go look at that last building with the Buddha footprint. So you can see they got this building here. It's has the three-tiered roof. There's the Buddha. They have a little emblem of the Buddha footprint and the mythical birds holding up the roof. And it's quite a big building here. So this would be kind of like a moon drop. So here is the Buddha footprint. It has a little shrine here for people to come and pray. And it has all the Buddha images all around. And another shrine on the other side. We'll look at the Buddha footprint here in a sec. Over here they sell the amulets. And then they have the room over here. It's where the people come and gather up, and the monks and stuff can give them blessings. So you'll come here, you'll make donations to the temple, and then the monks will sit out here. And so people come and get the water and stuff, and then they have some little private rooms for something. So this Buddha footprint is gigantic. So it is a replica of the one from Saraburi. And I've been to that one. It's one of the first class temples. And this is one of the 4 replicas of that. And it's 4 Buddha footprints in one. So it has all the little symbols and everything. And I guess this is supposed to be the largest one of the replicas. So the Buddha footprint, you know, if they naturally occur in nature, the one that was up there in Saraburi, a guy that was out hunting found it and he told the king of Ayutthaya about it. And they dispatched soldiers and everybody else to go guard it and made a whole thing, and then they built the temple and everything around it. So the Buddha footprint shows how the Buddha can shape nature and all of that. They have a whole belief system about it. So that's what this is. So yeah, this is a nice little building in here. All right, guys, that's going to finish up a little video over here at Wat Protket, or however you say it. It's a nice little temple. I was drawn to the Ayutthaya style building, and it just looks so much different than what I've seen before. I don't particularly care for the brown coloring, but it's okay. You know, it's got all the Mon influence into it, you know, with the front gable and everything. You know, the building itself, I'm glad that they've preserved it. I would like to have seen, you know, the murals and everything, but you know, the sands of time, they're long past for places like this. So it's just nice that they are preserving it and it's still here. But the temple, it's worth your time if you're over here in this area and you just want something a little different to do. You know, pop in here, look at the building, take a few pictures, and see the Buddha footprint and the chetties and look at the canal and stuff like that. It's something to do, and I've enjoyed my time here. So hopefully you did too. If you did, make sure you click like and subscribe to my channel if you're new here. This is what I do. I just go show you things that I see and tell you a little bit about what I know. So if you like things that like this, that are a little bit off of the normal touristy thing, then stick around and then you're notified when I post new content. I'm really active. I post a lot of videos, so if you want to see stuff about Thailand and other places I go, you know, subscribe and then you're notified when I post a new video. And leave me a comment, tell me what you think, but most importantly, like and subscribe. So until next time, from over here in Nonthaburi, remember guys, life is a journey. Until next time, enjoy.